everybody, Mr. Miola here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. The space prison has reached its 37th cycle, and they are powering through it like nobody can stop them, because nobody can. Things are running absolutely amazingly. Things are actually falling into place. We've had a few close calls along the way, quite early to be exact, but they're slowly coming together quite nicely. Apparently, we have insufficient oxygen generation. What you talking about? I think it's pretty good if you ask me. I think we've got this thing down pat, in fact. And hold on just a moment. Look at all this hydrogen over here. What is causing this hydrogen? That's a lot of hydrogen. I'm tempted to dig a little hole through the wall here to let it seep back into our base. I'm actually going to let that happen. Because these gas pumps are turning the hydrogen into fuel, which is coming in really, really handy. So are these coal generators, but the downside in all of this is, one, we're going to run out of coal pretty soon. Not pretty soon. We've still got plenty of time for coal, but we're going to run out sooner or later, which means no more coal energy. We also have we don't want a lot of runners, so obviously that's going to become an issue as well. I also don't know if we should go pull down a lot of these, but the way we left it last episode was we are digging officially, finally, oh gosh, into this slimy section up here, and I've just found a new little creature up here, a puffed. They consume contaminated oxygen and create oxygen by the looks of it. I wonder if we can contain one of them and like trap him in our base to consume contaminated oxygen. That would be pretty freaking cool if we can. Apart from that though, things are looking really, really nicely. We are going to be going up here getting slime, because slime can be converted into algae, which can be used as an oxygen source. So that will be really, really cool once we can get that up and running. We are getting a lot of carbon dioxide down here in this section, unfortunately. And because of that, I think we're also getting a lot of contaminated water as well. So we have a few options on what we can do regarding that. One of those things is to get one of these air scrubbers down there. Or another option, I suppose, is to dig a hole in this wall, which will allow the carbon dioxide to escape and maybe hopefully get filtered up into this section over here eventually. That's an option. And you know what? We're going to try it. We are going to try that option. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it works. It probably won't work, but we'll try our best anyway. Apart from that, we also got our lights up and running. We got our little medical bay down here as well. We have a physician, but I don't know why our physician isn't down in this section. We also have... We had a lot of food last episode. Now we've run out again. We've got this cooking station now, which, I don't know. For some reason, oh no, our ration box is filling back up. So that's good to see. So yeah, things have all fallen into place. I'm really interested to see how this little tunnel over here goes. As far as stress goes, not a whole lot of people are stressed. What are people actually doing though? Who doesn't have many oh my god. Guys, give these people the jobs. There's like 3 people here that are doing nothing apart from delivering. I want to see them up here digging our way up here. This is like the most exciting part of all of this. We've never ventured up this far before. I want to see us explore this area. We've got to make sure we don't come across any bleach stones either. Those things are going to be bad news if we do. But all in all, it's looking pretty freaking good if you ask me. Looking really, really good. There's a lot of things. Oh my god, look at all that coal. Maybe coal isn't that big of an issue after all. We just got to go looking for it by the looks of it. That is a lot of coal. Algae. There's a lot of algae out here as well. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this is all news to me. I wonder if we can find some water that's not contaminated. In fact, hold on just a moment. We have something. There's an item somewhere. Refinements. Fertilizer maker uses contaminated water to produce fertilizer. I guess it's a use for the fertilizer, for the water, contaminated water. But what does it output? That's the interesting part. It requires contaminated water, power, and a liquid intake pipe. Is that it? And it just creates fertilizer and heat and bad decor. Well, that's not too bad, actually. Considering we're slowly getting a lot more contaminated water, I might have to look into that. Another thing I'm looking at doing is kind of digging all of this water, or digging out some holes here, and trying to get a bit of a reservoir at the bottom of all of this, just to combine all of the water, all the contaminated water together, because I don't know why, really. I don't know why. I just want to have it all in one place, and I think that would be a good way to go about it. But for now, we still got water, so we'll leave it. We'll leave everything as it is, as it's running. Things are still looking really, really smoothly. I think we might have used a little bit too many lights. I'm actually going to deconstruct some of these purely because our batteries aren't fully charging. And we have a lot, we should have like a lot of power in our base right now. So the fact we can't really take control of that properly kind of worries me. The fact these batteries aren't full worries me. It means we're using up way too much power, more power than we have. So I'm going to go and, what can we even deconstruct? We actually don't have that many lights around, so yeah, whatever. Whatever. I won't even worry about it. Let's just keep digging up here. I want like a digging team up here. I want a building, digging, delivering, everything team up there so we can get into this section and really start working through this slime. What else is up here? A lot of clay. Gold amalgam. Okay. There's some weird things up here, actually. In fact, we've got our air deodorizer down here, which basically turns contaminated oxygen into oxygen, I think, right? Pretty sure that's what it does. I better just check that just in case. I think that's how it works. So all it does is suck up. Okay, we need some more people up there. Okay, here's what's up. I've given some people like the pure jobs of just heading up here and doing some stuff over here. So hopefully they start going up. There's a lot of contaminated oxygen up here, which is all going to sink down eventually, I think. I think that's how it all works anyway. And at least our air deodorizer here is going to help filtrate that into some good stuff. This is all contaminated oxygen in here. So I'm actually going to dig straight into this hole and hope that all the contaminated oxygen comes down. We get a bit of an oxygen bubble up the top there. And then, I don't know, all of our guys have a really, really cool time up there. That's the plan, at least. We need some more builders, though. Where are all the builders at? Where are all of our people at? What are they doing? We got, like, 4 over here. We got 2 people that are idle doing nothing. Why? What's they doing? Apparently they can't breathe because there's all hydrogen out here. But if they come into this room, it'll be fine. It will be fine. What are you doing, Red? Oh, Red. Yeah, Red has no jobs but build, delivering, and digging. Well, get onto it, son. Get onto it. Oh, okay. We've reached the end of another day, apparently. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But I think it's okay. As far as oxygen goes, we got a bit of issues down here. A lot of carbon dioxide down the bottom of our base. We got a lot of chlorine as well. And just a lot of carbon dioxide. We're gonna have to do something about this very, very quickly as well. We're gonna have to get an air scrubber down the bottom here because I don't think these are probably doing a whole lot. Yeah, I don't know, in fact. I think we're gonna dismantle one of these and get us another air scrubber further down the base because carbon dioxide runs downwards. It makes sense to have one towards the bottom of the base. Like, I don't even know where I'd put it, to be honest. Look at all this hydrogen. There's so much hydrogen up here. Okay, I don't know why there's so much hydrogen, but there is. So something we may also need to do is get another gas pump going. That's the gas valve. We need a gas pump. And this one I'm going to put all the way up here instead, because that's where all of our hydrogen seems to be going. And at least once we do that, we can dig an extra hole over here, and I guess all the hydrogen is going to be sucked out of our base, hopefully into this section over here, and we can just pump it all downwards from there. So let's get ourselves a gas pipe. It's going to run around like that, I suppose. And we may eventually go, and you know what? I'm going to deconstruct this one here. It's got no purpose being there. It doesn't need to be here. In fact, we can also go and remove some of these gas pipes here as well. So we can deconstruct that, rebuild the one up here instead, and that'll come in handy. How's our ladder coming along? Can we get some people onto this ladder or what? That's all I want. Why is nobody working on our ladder? Oh yeah, we dug this out here. So I'm also going to go and put our little air scrubber down here. This is where all of our carbon dioxide issues are coming from. I just heard some noises I wasn't familiar with, but okay. But okay. Also, how's our slime? Did we get any slime yet or what? I don't think we do. I don't know where slime would be stored either. Not too sure. Not too sure. But this is all being dug out, which hopefully means a lot of our hydrogen issues are just going to flow up there. And I don't know. Hopefully that just happens. That's all I want to happen. Let's go and power this thing up as well. Can't forget that. There we go. So that should be powered up and ready to go pretty soon, as well as once this piping is in effect as well. And then hopefully that's no longer an issue. At least that's the plan. Here we go. Our new air scrubber is being built, and that's going to need some power as well, isn't it? I guess we can just wire that up like that, but it's also going to need some pipes too. Let's get some plumbing going. I guess we can just run one straight across there, and then a contaminated water one is a little bit different, so we're probably going to have to just... Oh, snap. Cancel that. Cancel that. Cancel that. We need a liquid bridge pipe, which we can't put over a ladder. What? Why do you do this to me, game? Why do you do this to me? All right, how's our new gas pump up here going? This is where all the concentrated hydrogen is. At least it's where it's all gonna flow. I want to get this thing running as soon as possible. Unfortunately, though, our little expeditions up to this top section aren't really happening, and everybody's just getting distracted, and I think that's why. Is this thing nearly running or what? We're getting there. We're getting there. As soon as this is dug out, it's going to pump contaminated water into this section here. But eventually, we're just going to get all the water into one place, and then we're going to have to try and pump out all the contaminated water from there. So there we go. It's running. It's all contaminated now. There's a little bit of normal water. You might want to get out of there, Elvira. Otherwise, you're going to get sick. And I'm actually going to stop fabricating these things, and we're going to get some herbal remedies instead. Because I don't even know where these things get stored. There's a lot of placebo pills right there, though. Where would the pills even be stored? Oh, God. Oh, look at all those red things. We've got no energy in the base. We got to get some coal delivered over here, fellas. We need some coal. We need some coal. Like, now. Okay. Back to 4 people doing nothing but delivering, I suppose. Okay. Whenever one of you wants to pick up some coal, you can go ahead and do that, you know. Can someone get some coal, please? Yes. Thank you very much, Ada. You are an absolute legend, darling. You're an absolute legend. And we're slowly digging up here as well. So we're getting closer and closer to the slime. And once we do that... No, we've actually got some slime in here already. It's turning slime into algae, but what's it producing? Contaminated oxygen. Great. Not great. I'm joking. I'm joking. Because now we're going to need an air deodorizer right next to it. There we go. Whatever. Whatever. You got to do what you got to do, I suppose. Got to do what you got to do. How's this hydrogen? Is it all flowing out of here? We've actually got oxygen in our sleeping quarters for the first time in like forever. That's what I like to see. I've been wanting to see that for so long. Oh, that's awesome. And our coal generators are back up and running as well, which now means we can go and give these guys a lot of jobs. Right? Let's give them all. I want to see them. I want to see them. I want to see them all working up here, basically. I'm tempted to put a storage box or a couple like storage areas up here just so they can like store things nearby, because right now they're really being annoying. You know what? 3 little storage spots over here. That way they can just store all of the materials from here instead of having to run down to the like storage area. I think that's the way we're going to do this. So we've got ourselves cultivable soil, organic, and raw minerals by the looks of it. Oh, here we go. So raw mineral, organic, and cultivable soil. There we go. It's just going to be a halfway point, and then we'll break them down and we'll move them eventually. But at least it means these guys don't have to run all the way away just to, like, get their things done. There's a lot of hydrogen up here as well. Didn't think of that, did I? But it's all good. It's all good. How's our oxygen looking? It's actually looking really good. It's looking the best it's looked in a while, actually. We got a lot of, like, carbon dioxide over here, but that's fine. A lot of oxygen around the place, too, which is just fantastic. And all of our hydrogen isn't too bad either. I'm honestly tempted to, like, tap into one of these areas to filter some hydrogen in eventually. But I'm a little bit nervous about doing that because I don't think that would be a great idea. We've reached the end of another cycle, though. Cycle 38 and 39 is about to begin. Let's go and speed this thing up. Oh, wow. You know what? I've decided. These lights just aren't worth it. They look cool and all, but they're just consuming way too much electricity. So we're going back on our word on those ones there. They didn't last long, but we're getting rid of them. It's just not working. It's not working with them. We're going to deconstruct all of them in cycle 39. We need all the energy we can get. We can't be burning up energy like we have been so far. Looking good, though. I like this. What's all of this? Contaminated oxygen. It's all making its way down, but thankfully, we have our air deodorizer. We should be turning this into oxygen, I would hope. In fact, it looks like that's exactly what's happening, and thankfully, we've got our mechanized airlock here, which means it's gonna hopefully stop a lot of that stuff from seeping into our base as well. As you can see, oxygen deposits are popping up here as well, but oh god, look at all of this. It's very toxic. We gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. I'm actually going to cancel all of that up the top there. I'm going to let our air deodorizer filter a lot of this stuff, and then hopefully it all ends up okay. Maybe I'll go put in... Oh, wow. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of it. There's more than I thought there was. Thank you very much to this little airlock here. It's an absolute lifesaver to us. Again, we're having these issues with the insufficient oxygen generation, apparently. I don't know why. It seems to just happen at the beginning of every cycle, except we're like halfway through the cycle. So why aren't... Oh, God. Oh, wow. What? Whoa. What is with all this contaminated... What? Hold on just a moment. We gotta sweep some stuff up. Something... Liquid vent. Hold on. What have I done? What have I done here? What have I done? Oh, wow. Oh, man. Okay. So it turns out when I place this just whatever, I just place it down sometimes. I place a liquid vent right here and it's just spilling out contaminated. Wow, what an absolute moron. Oh, God. Lucky we caught onto that when we did, because that's really bad. Can I get this liquid vent deconstructed, please? If it hasn't been already. I need this thing deconstructed before it pumps out any more contaminated water. We're not having that. We're not having that. We've got to go plumb this thing up. So, liquid pipes. Alright, we're going to need another little bridge here, I think. Oh, if it's not one thing, it's the other. How do I get through this little section? I'm just going to deconstruct this whole thing right here. Suck it out. All right, there we go. I got to get this little bridge here built up, and then we can go and bridge this through here like so. I think. And then we can throw a vent on that instead. Okay. Okay. At least I think that's how it's going to work. Hopefully. Can we get this thing all built up, please? What do we got here? Chlorine, carbon dioxide. Oh, God, man, God. We got another duplicate. Let's print him. What are we getting? Scientist, chef, or a runner? I don't need any of these things, but let's have a look at their stats. The scientist has a variety of good stats. He's a quick learner, and he gets sick from time to time. Yeah, stop it. I'll take him. I'll take him. Why not? And I'm going to give him only a few jobs. He doesn't need a research. We're just going to get him back on the dig, delivering, etc. game. Okay, so we've got oxygen flowing up the top here for a change, which is great. We've also got a lot of contaminated oxygen, so I'm going to go and place one of our little oxygen buddies, our little air deodorizers up the top here, I think. Maybe two of them. We'll throw two of them down because there's so much of the gas up there, and we're getting a lot of oxygen down here, so I don't even know if this is using any right now. It says it uses filtration medium. I don't really know what that means. I think it means it takes away the air pressure, which is a bad problem to have, but as long as we get this thing built up and that thing built up, I'm probably going to break these two down the bottom, at least one of them. We'll go and deconstruct that at least, because we don't have a whole lot of contaminant. No, we do. Why are we getting all this contaminated oxygen all of a sudden? It's this thing here. This thing here is producing a lot. I think I'm going to disable this. I think I'm going to get rid of our biodistiller, and I might need to trap it in a room somewhere so that it's not making all of this mess, because this mess is just... It's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, look at all this contaminated oxygen. Wow. Wow. And it's all because of this stupid biodistiller. Deconstruct it, mate. Deconstruct it. I don't need it. I don't need it. Let's just stockpile slime for the time being. It's unnecessary. Oh, not to mention, this thing here, our little pipe thing didn't get built. Our little wire bridge didn't get built, which means nothing's... Oh, God, this is bad, man. What am I doing with my life? We're not getting any liquids to our air scrubbers, which is very bad. Very, very bad. That's a bit better. Now we're getting it out there. Fantastic. That's a little bit better, I suppose. I think we moved a little bit too fast and we didn't cover our tracks, which it's a bad problem to have, but okay. Okay. We're looking all good up here now. Are we dealing with this contaminated oxygen issue? I hope so, because we've got a lot of it in our base right now, which is really, really upsetting me. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We've reached cycle 40 though. That is an achievement right there. Things are starting to get way out of control, but I think we can take control of this. I think we can hold on. I think we can hold on for what it's worth. Why aren't these powered? What have I broken? No wonder we're having issues. I've broken that wire. Absolute moron. Moron. I want to get these wires taken care of right now, please. Okay, there we go. Now it's all running again. Oh, God. This is all too much. It's so stressful. I want to get oxygen up here so we can keep on moving, though. This guy's awesome. I want a puffed. He consumes contaminated oxygen. And he pumps out oxygen, I'm assuming. Or maybe he pumps out contaminated water. I don't actually know for a fact, actually. What's he do? An extremely buoyant, non-aggressive species. The puffed rides itself of excess pathogens by excreting lumps of slime with each breath. So he poops slime. That's not bad, actually. All right, well, I want him. We're going to dig in there and we're going to take ourselves a little friend. We've also got some very stressed people, so we better go and unstress some of our friends here. Fergus is a bit stressed. So is Hugh. I imagine these are all the guys that have been doing our little northward tunnel up there. And Ada as well. So once we get that sorted, I mean, that should be good, right? These things here are slowly being oxidized, which is nice. I'm thinking we may actually need... I don't know. We may need to open this airlock. It may let some contaminated oxygen seep into our base. But on the bright side of things, it'll at least... I'm going to open both of them, in fact. We're going to open those up. And the reason is, we got to get the oxygen into there. We can't get any oxygen in there because it's full of gas right now. So we got to produce more oxygen, basically. Basically, that's what's up. Okay. So things are looking okay. They've been better. They have been a lot better before. I mean, we got a lot of contaminated oxygen around the place right now. Maybe we just got to position some of our little air filters a little bit better. Our deodorizers here. Like one right here, for example. Could definitely come in handy. The only thing is, I don't think we're producing enough oxygen. I think that's where we're hurting right now. We're pumping out a lot of gases, but we're not replacing them with everything, which means we've got a very, very low air pressure. At least that's what I'm getting from the warning signals. And it looks like, yes, a lot of this contaminated air is finally being replaced with oxygen, which is great. We just got to get all of this stuff sorted up here, which it's happening. It's happening. So it's all coming together. I got a good feeling. I think we're going to make it to level 50. I think we're going to make this happen. On the downside, though, a lot of hydrogen in this area for some reason. We got a little oxygen bubble over the side of the screen here for some reason, too. But we got so much hydrogen that's not being pumped for some reason. It says pump, not in gas. The pump is most definitely in gas because I can see it all. Look at it all. I don't know. But what do you do? What do you do? It just occurred to me we've never studied our little floor, but a little morb friend over here. What's he up to? What's his thing? He's an agile, disease-ridden invertebrate. So he's full of diseases. We don't want to go into there then by the looks of it. What else? Is that it? That's all the information you're going to give on me? It doesn't look like he really does anything. He possibly does something to do with contaminated oxygen? I was hoping he maybe turned chlorine into I don't know what he does, to be honest. If they turn chlorine into contaminated oxygen, I would take him, but it doesn't look like that's the case. It just said that we have a report, a day 40 report. Let's actually have a look at how we're doing. We've never actually sussed out one of these reports. So for day 40, we produced a little bit more oxygen than we used. We consumed a little bit more power than we used. We didn't waste any power, so that's good. That's very, very good. Calorie regeneration. We got plenty of food. That's great. Stress change. Okay, we removed 160% stress. That's great as well. Travel time. I guess I don't really know what that means. And no idle time. 5 skill increases. You know what? That's pretty good. I'm tempted to go back. Wow, we've actually had diseases in the past. I don't know how we've cured them, but we have apparently, so that's nice. Yeah, so, I don't know. Things are running pretty nicely, I think. Does everybody have a bed? It's been a while. Oh, wow. Does he? Some people don't have beds. What kind of inhumane person am I? Our people aren't getting good sleep. Not to mention they're sleeping in hydrogen, which doesn't help anything. So I suppose we should get another cot up and running, shouldn't we? Actually, no, hold on. We can't build it there. He's within range of grumpy people. Or loud snorers, at least. For now, I'll let him sleep in our little food toilet type of area. It's probably the best place, to be honest. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap this episode up here, guys. Things are coming along nicely. It's getting a little bit stressful. We got to keep on top of everything and make sure everything is running as fine as possible. But Hey, we're alive. We've reached cycle 41, so I'm pretty happy. But that's it for episode 10, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Oxygen Not Included. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead, punch the thumbs up, make it rain those thumbs ups. I'll catch you guys in the next episode very, very soon. Bye for now.
Try to get close enough.